Although Wang Fenglin joining the Kixio sect made Zhang Heikong feel uncomfortable, it was even worse when Suyu joined the Kixio sect. After recovering his Danchin, Suyu's potential was terrifying. He broke through 3 levels in just 3 days. Not to mention Kanglin City, even the entire Silver Moon Empire had never seen such a prodigy. And he knew all too well the deep-seated enmity between the Zhang family and Suyu. If he were to escape today, it would undoubtedly become a huge threat to the Zhang family. Therefore, Suyu must die today. After hearing Elder Yan's words, Zhang Heikong stepped forward towards Suyu. His spirit energy already enveloped his fist, advancing step by step. Why? Why can't my brother join the Kixio sect even though he came in first? Su Linger's face was resolute, her eyes determined, as she spoke up in protest. Why? Just because your brother is ruthless and treats human lives as grass. Wang Fenglin's voice rang out, and he took steps toward Su Linger. He knew that his previous words had already offended Suyu, so it was better to let the Zhang family's patriarch eliminate Suyu quickly, thus removing a future threat. With this thought in mind, Wang Fenglin walked toward Su Linger. Gripping his steel knife tightly and advancing slowly, feeling the coldness from the knife, Su Linger involuntarily moved closer to Suyu, her face filled with fear. Suyu looked around, seeing enemies on all sides, and a sense of powerlessness welled up in his heart. Now, he had become the target of everyone's attacks, but he did not believe he was wrong. He had only avenged the humiliation he had endured. Seeing Su Linger, Zhang Heikong's eyes lit up, and he said with a cunning smile, Suyu, you killed my son, so I will make you and your sister pay with your lives. Moreover, I will make you watch your sister die right in front of you. Hehe. Upon hearing this, Suyu's eyes widened in anger, his eyes red, and a deep hatred burned within him. He gritted his teeth and said, You dare! Seeing Suyu's reaction, Yang Heikong's face showed a mocking smile. What's to stop me? In the next moment, the innate aura of Zhang Heikong erupted, directly knocking Suyu to the ground. A mouthful of blood sprayed onto the arena. The gap between the key condensation realm and the innate realm was simply too great, impossible to bridge. Suyu's eyes were bloodshot, his face contorted with veins bulging, and he gripped his sharp sword tightly, charging at Zhang Heikong. However, it was like an egg hitting a rock. In just a moment, Suyu was covered in blood, his tattered clothes stained red, looking like a blood-soaked man. Brother! Su Linger cried out in anger, running towards Suyu, but she was intercepted by Wang Fenglin, whose aura locked onto her, making her unable to move. Since he had already offended Suyu, he could not leave any Huai, including his sister. With this thought, Wang Fenglin swung his steel knife. Thud! The steel knife pierced through her heart. Su Linger's face showed pain, her eyebrows furrowed, and her eyes, still filled with worry, looked at Suyu. Sister! Suyu's eyes were bloodshot, veins bulging, and a roar echoed through the sky, his resentment bursting forth. Despite being severely injured, Suyu stood up again, his sword aimed at Wang Fenglin. This scene shocked the entire arena. No one expected that Suyu, even with such severe injuries, could still stand up and launch an attack. Even the experienced Elder Yan showed a look of surprise. Such perseverance! If this boy were to survive, he would surely become a great talent. Unfortunately. Boom! Just as Suyu was about to succeed, Wang Qizeng's aura erupted, the same innate realm pressure, directly sending Suyu flying. Watching Su Linger's body fall slowly, to tears of blood rolled down Suyu's eyes. The anger in his chest seemed ready to burst. Zhang and Wang families, Yan Zi, if I do not die today, I will make all of you pay for my sister's death. Ah! Resentment, hatred, and a sea of anger poured out with a roar. Such immense hatred made everyone present tremble with fear. Yanzi's eyes were filled with surprise. A mere key condensation realm martial artist could emit such intense hatred. If he were to survive today, the future threat would be unimaginable. Kill him quickly. Yanzi shouted a reminder. Yang Heikong also reacted, no longer toying with him, and tightened his fist, aiming for Suyu's heart. Suddenly, a purple light flashed. The entire arena was stunned, frozen in shock, their eyes fixed on Su Linger's wound. There, the purple light flickered. In the next moment, a blue light erupted. The purple and blue lights intertwined. Then, green light, yellow light, orange light, red light. 7 colors intertwined, shining in the air. The entire arena was silent, eyes fixed on the multicolored light, filled with disbelief. At this moment, even Yanzi was shocked, a situation he had never seen before. 7-colored lustrous body. Ha ha ha! This place actually has such a heaven-defying divine body. Voices echoed throughout Kanglan City. An old man in white appeared on the arena, his face filled with excitement. With a wave of his hand, a golden light entered Su Linger's heart. Then, her wound began to heal visibly. At this moment, the entire arena was shocked, eyes filled with disbelief, wondering what realm this person was at. What incredible power! Even a martial artist at the Grandmaster level like Yanzi felt an immense pressure. Where is his family? The elder's eyes swept the area, his voice calm. For a moment, no one dared to speak. Even Yanzi now lowered her head, not daring to meet his gaze. This kind of pressure was not even felt from the sect leader of the Crimson Sky sect. Wang Fenglin was sweating profusely, not daring to make a sound, his legs trembling slightly. The strong man who even Elder Yan admired, let alone a small fry like him, would not dare to act rashly. The Zhang family was even more enveloped in fear, not daring to look up. Here, I am his brother. Suyu's weak and hoarse voice echoed. Though not loud, it was heard by everyone in the silent scene. The elder looked at Suyu, who was covered in blood, with some surprise. Then, with a flick of his finger, a pill entered Suyu's mouth, and he felt as if bathed in a spring breeze, with everything he passed over returning to its original state. Your sister is not dead, instead, she has gained a blessing, activating the 7-colored lustrous constitution. But she is still in a coma. Only after returning to the sect can she be awakened. So, I will take her back to the sect. A series of indifferent voices echoed in Suyu's ears, leaving him somewhat surprised. 7-colored lustrous constitution? Could it be that my sister hasn't sensed the essence of heaven and earth for years because of this constitution? Take her back to the sect. May I ask which sect, senior? I will visit in the future to find my sister. The elder hesitated for a moment and then spoke directly. The Void Hall? This is the name of my sect. So you silently memorized this name. The elder continued. You should leave here quickly. It's not a place to linger. The elder, obviously experienced, glanced around and understood the situation, urging him to leave quickly. Suyu naturally understood the elder's intention, stood up, and his eyes swept over everyone present, staring at them with hatred. He memorized every face, vowing to avenge this day. Then, Suyu bowed to the elder and turned to leave. No one dared to stop him. No one dared to move. Even the greatest enmity was buried deep in their hearts, not daring to show. The Zhang and Wang families, in Yanzi, could only watch as Suyu left. Even though they knew they were letting a tiger return to the mountain, they did not dare to act. At this moment, Zhang Heikong felt a wave of regret. Not only had he wasted the heart fruit of his clan, but he had also failed to achieve his goal, truly a loss. However, after Suyu's figure disappeared from everyone's sight, the elder's spiritual energy circulated, sealing Su Linger's senses, and he spoke to Yanzi. Kill that young man and all his family members. The order like words rang in Yanzi's ears, causing her to be momentarily stunned, but she quickly reacted and hurriedly responded. Senior, rest assured, I will do as you command. The elder nodded slightly, his gaze turning to Su Linger on the stage. With your talent, you will soar in the 9 heavens, and you must not be bound by your family. In the future, your family will only be the Void Hall, and you can only serve the Void Hall. Thinking this, the elder waved his hand, and Su Linger's body rose into the air, floating in the void. Then, the two figures disappeared from the spot, leaving everyone in shock. Yanzi looked at the disappearing figure, never expecting to encounter such a strong person in this small place. That kind of aura and strength must be at least that of a grandmaster or higher. Void Hall. What kind of sect is that? Suddenly, she thought of the sect the elder mentioned, feeling somewhat puzzled. Even as an elder of the Crimson Sky sect, she had never heard of this power. No matter, I should first complete the task the senior entrusted me with. Then, Yanzi turned her gaze to the Zhang and Wang families and spoke calmly. Time is short. I must return to the sect quickly. You two families, immediately send out a large number of people to kill Suyu. The patriarchs of the Zhang and Wang families felt a glimmer of hope. If Suyu really escaped, they would be restless. With Elder Yan's order, they quickly dispatched their subordinates to pursue Suyu. Wang Fenglin, come back to the Crimson Sky sect with me. Hearing this, Wang Fenglin's face lit up with a smile. His mood had swung dramatically over the short time, but he was finally back on track. As you command, Elder Yan. Then, Wang Fenglin followed Yanzi out of Kanglan City. In Yanzi's view, Suyu was only a martial artist at the 9th level of ki condensation, and there was no way he could escape from the hands of the two major families. He might be dead even before she returned to the sect. With Elder Yan taking Wang Fenglin away, the two patriarchs dispatched a large number of disciples to intercept and kill Suyu.